Okay, this is from Daniel Rodriquez, DJ to a lot of you who know him and to his friends. So he says, my name is Daniel Rodriquez, DJ, political prisoner 37567-509, downtown Los Angeles, California, sentenced to 12 and a half years for my role in the Capitol, at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. I assaulted an officer. After hearing of Ashley Babbitt's murder by the crooked Lieutenant Byrd, who, by the way, lied about being fired at, no shots were fired except his that took place. He was promoted to captain and praised by Joey, y'all know who Joey is, for killing a 14-year Air Force veteran who was unarmed. Now, I saw it as if it was all slow motion. I previously have backed the blue, but I couldn't let this soon to be employed by CNN, this cop with 20 years experience and holding a grudge against Trump supporters, who, by the way, showed up several hours early at January 6th and was self-deployed to almost immediately get himself swallowed up by the crowd in order to shoot us. He later admits fearing for his life, and that fear with the 20 years experience, I'd say it's safe to assume he was going to shoot and not give up his firearm. If you had a MAGA hat on, I was not going to stand by and watch and do nothing, as you possibly could be getting shot at. There were a lot of MAGA hats there that day. What I believe we did was stop him from shooting, maybe actually saving lots of lives. And the only injury to him were minor injuries and an assault on his ego. The assault did allow us to take his magazine, and that was the best thing, and that was the end of it. My legal team didn't mean a thing to the DC slaughterhouse, and I think that he means that everything that his team tried to present, they just negated, and they just didn't place any value on it. Okay. We were all just J6 lunch meat. I was sick of the riots that were leaving cities burning and destroying everything. The police stood down, and I thought it was time to take my first trip to DC and see if I could stop these peons all dressed in black or just have fun. I wasn't sure what to expect. Trump had said, come on down, and so why not? I thought my trip across country to question, and so be it, threaten the self-appointed authoritarian cabal would be well, or would go well, and I'd return to Los Angeles, where I had seen Democrats wreck America firsthand. Slowly, I imagined I would see change and get to witness the fruits of that historic day. It turned out just one day. I instead ended up with a $100,000 fine and a trip to the big house in Lewisburg, the DC Gulag, and a place even worse called Northern Neck Regional Jail.
Yeah.
That's in upstate
Right.
Virginia. And I don't think that order is in the order in which he is imprisoned in all those those facilities. The bottom line, it was all worth it if the nation wakes up to this Marxist communist takeover by leftists and globalists. The founding fathers said we would have to rise up one day and also make sure to never to give up those guns. So thank you, first of all, for doing the important and great stuff that needs to be done to save this country. America is very special and
Amen.
unique to the world. It has been a short time since its 1776 birthday, and we the people have been part of the greatest nation in history. But it isn't promised to the next generation.
No.
We are now tasked to understand the strengths and the weaknesses of whom we've deemed the enemy within. Yes, the people on our side of the fence, foreign to our even imperfect legal system, and who are openly manipulating our justice system. To have the advantage, first, start by finding God and aligning yourself with His will if you haven't already. We can't do this without God. The enemy is malevolent and may even fool you into building your own prison cell. And you might even end up as my cellie, haha. The insurrection is the Democrat Party and how they are using and destroying the rule of law to persecute the opposition. It will soon be illegal to make America great again if the Democrats have their way. They are ambitiously annoying, changing everything to their liking. And they sure do scheme long and hard, don't they? It's time for people of this nation, who are the ones who are really in charge, it's time for them to strike. It should be obvious to everyone by now. Take aim at the hearts and the minds of the whole population. Now it's time to oppress the one-party control and a second puppet party, to smooth over the voters in a deception of there being a balance. The balance of power is failing. Wake up. The state continues to merge further and further with private corporations and big tech. The left has a powerful, formidable, and enormous infrastructure with with vast resources who control media, unions, billionaire donors, and academia. Slow Joe, the babbling buffoon, will end the United States in a short time. Our rights will continue to be stripped away. Time is of the essence. Pray constantly and welcome the hate from the right people by being effective. If the devil loathes you, that means you must be doing something right. Don't fall back when they try to discredit you or when you feel disheartened. I think I see Democrats in Congress acting like musicians at a birthday party. We all know the party tricks, but still Republicans just sit there and watch the extravagant production of entertaining professionals performing a grand show of deception. The GOP needs to stop this, you got me again, lifestyle. It's embarrassing. We can't ignore and be idle as our society collapses anymore. Many of us will struggle to accomplish our goals in life, but a dream to save liberty, shared by many who work united, will do what few can do by themselves. We also need to think and plan not just up to voting day or the day after, but all the way through until Inauguration Day. The Democrats are clearly going to try to cheat 100%. The world is watching to see if you're going to try it again, Jack. Just you try it again, Jack. He's talking about Zuckerberg or Zuckerbucks. 1776. That was a really good year, wasn't it?
Yes.
Someone please make that into a t-shirt. Don't let those polls fool you like they did with Hillary in 2016. There is much work to be done. Historically, we will have a much steeper climb than we realize. Democrats can nominate a ham sandwich and everyone will declare how they actually like ham. Republicans need to finally tell people they aren't getting any of that sandwich. If the left can fall for the lie of there being more than two genders, they surely will fall for the lie, Joey the phony won. They will say how everyone likes him. And I just don't see how everyone likes a crook. But somehow Trump goes to court and, well, we can see all the corruption. Please catch those guys. Try even looking up JoeBidenShadowCampaign.com.gov. Whatever China uses. See if it links to donate to the FBI or the AG. And what's up with the Ukraine? We know it's a scam and that money's coming back around the other way. Do we really need to wait for them to start spending all that money to show their hand? I'm only seeing Democrats with large sums of money, but that's not suspicious when one Democrat says, there's nothing to see here, end of quote. So I want to thank you all. God bless you. Thank you for all the continued support. It will never be forgotten. Signing off, J Rodriquez.
Amen. That was a good letter.
Yes, that was a good letter. He gave me permission to tweak it a little bit, more of a grammatical stuff, and I put it in kind of paragraph format. But pretty much everything that I read is from his own hand. And he just really does appreciate everyone who is doing everything they can from this side of the wall and this side of the cell wall to right this country, to restore our liberties, restore our freedom, restore our Constitution, restore our education system, our legal system. Oh, it's everything, isn't it?
Yes.
And then just in the same time, just really keep our eyes on the Lord, continue to trust God with all our hearts, because really He is our only answer. And I believe He has an answer. He has a plan. We're going to see it work itself out. But we need to keep our eyes on Him, be aware of the distractions, and not let them distract us from our trust in the Lord and watching what He's doing and praying and believing that, as Dutch Sheet says on Give Him 15, America shall be saved.